Let's talk berries. You grab that beautiful pint of raspberries or strawberries, full of optimism, only to find them a fuzzy, moldy mess in your fridge just a few days later. It's infuriating, isn't it? Our first mistake is that we try to store them exactly the way we purchased them, trapped in those plastic clamshells, practically begging for mold to move in. But here's the game changer. I'm going to let you in on the absolute simplest tricks on how to store each type of berry: strawberry, raspberries, blueberries, and blackberries. Get ready to say goodbye to all the berry heartbreaks, because we're about to solve this problem for good. Before we dive into how to store each type of berry, we first need to deal with their biggest enemy: microbes. From the moment berries are picked, they're already fighting a silent microscopic battle against mold and bacteria. They leave the farm with tiny, invisible mold spores clinging to their delicate skins. It's unavoidable, just part of nature. Now, one lonely spore in a plastic clamshell might seem harmless, but give it a few days in your fridge, and that single spore multiplies. The only real way to truly stop these microscopic squatters in their tracks is by the use of an acid, and that is exactly what we are going to do. First, we are going to prepare a 3-part of cool water to 1 part of white vinegar solution. This precise ratio is absolutely key. It drops the pH of the berry's surface just low enough to effectively nuke those pesky mold spores and any lurking bacteria that are itching to cause spoilage. But here's the brilliant part. It does this without making your precious fruit taste like a pickle. Then, gently dump your berries into this solution. Don't overcrowd them. Give them some space to move around. Give them a good, gentle swirl. You want every single surface of every single berry to meet that mold-fighting solution. This is where the timing becomes critical. Set a timer for exactly 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes, and you won't kill off enough of those stubborn mold spores. More than 2 minutes, and you risk starting to actually pickle your fruit. After 2 minutes, collect the berries into a colander and rinse them under cool running water. This is super important. You want to erase any lingering vinegar aroma and taste. We will repeat this vinegar water soaking and rinsing method for all of our berries. For raspberries, we will be soaking for just 30 seconds because they are very delicate, and soaking for too long can affect the berry's texture and taste. If you're enjoying this video and will love to see more helpful tips like this, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss anything I upload. And also hit the like button. It's a free way of supporting us. I know you will enjoy being here with all the helpful tips I will be uploading. Then to the most critical step in this entire process. We need to thoroughly dry these berries. Any residual moisture is an open invitation for mold to return. Use a paper towel to gently pat the tops of the berries. You're not rubbing, you're blotting, absorbing as much surface moisture as possible. Once you've done that, leave them to air dry for a couple of minutes. Now, while the vinegar wash and thorough drying are universal heroes, each berry type has its own little quirks. Understanding these nuances will truly elevate your berry-saving game. Let's start with the queens of the patch, strawberries. These love a very specific environment. After their vinegar bath and meticulous drying, don't just toss them back into their original plastic clamshell. Instead, get a clean, airtight container. A glass jar or a good quality plastic container works wonders. Line it generously with fresh paper towels. This lining is crucial. It's there to absorb any tiny bit of residual moisture and to cushion your precious fruit. After filling, cover the berries with another paper towel and close the lid tightly. Then store the container in the refrigerator. This combination, bone dry, sealed, and cold, can make your strawberries last longer. Next up, the chill, low-maintenance friend, blueberries. These little guys are a bit more forgiving. After their vinegar wash and thorough drying, you can often store them right back in their original breathable crate or a similar container. The key here is breathable. You can also use a glass jar, but don't seal it completely like you would strawberries. Instead, leave the lid slightly ajar to allow moisture to escape. Blueberries need a little airflow to stay happy and prevent condensation buildup. Their skins are a bit tougher, making them less prone to bruising, but they can still fall victim to mold if they're left wet or in an overly humid sealed environment. Keep them dry, keep them ventilated, and they'll reward you with weeks of popping freshness. Then we have the drama queens of the berry world, raspberries and blackberries. These are incredibly delicate, and they demand your constant attention. For these fragile beauties, after their gentle wash and meticulous drying, you'll want to store them in a shallow, single-layer container. Again, line this container with fresh paper towels. But here's the twist. Don't seal the lid completely. Give them a slightly cracked lid, or even just loosely place it on top, allowing some air exchange and moisture to escape. And here's the absolute golden rule for raspberries and blackberries. Check it daily and take out any that feels squishy. One bad berry will take out the whole crew overnight. They are incredibly contagious, so be vigilant. Now, let's talk about common mistakes that we should remember to steer clear of. First, don't skip the rinse. I mentioned it before, but it bears repeating. Vinegar left on your berries tastes like regret. A quick, thorough rinse under cool water is essential to wash away any lingering vinegar taste or smell. You want pure, unadulterated berry flavor, not a salad dressing hint. Second, and perhaps the most critical one to remember, don't store berries wet. Water, even a tiny bit, breeds mold fast. It creates the perfect humid, stagnant environment for those microscopic spores to thrive. Your meticulous drying step is your strongest defense against this, so don't rush it. Blot until they are truly bone dry. When it comes to drying, especially with delicate berries like raspberries, resist the urge to towel rub them vigorously. They're fragile, and rubbing will bruise them, turning them into mush. Gentle patting and plenty of air drying is the way to go. There you have it. That quick, simple vinegar bath, the gentle drying, and the tailored storage for each berry personality is all you need to keep your berries alive. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.